Hey guys, welcome back in. We continue to build some bases here on Permadeath. Set my stream settings here. Alright, jump right in. I'm gonna go right back to this winter planet, get a dioxite, sodium, and I think radon. Get those three items going to this base. Interact with this thing real quick. Wasn't able to find electricity here, which is kind of a bummer. But, I'm just gonna do kind of a basic little material base. I don't know if I already got these nanites and stuff yet or not. Yeah, I did pick them up. All right. Pick this up too. Yeah, sadly though, because I don't have base sharing privileges on it, people aren't going to be able to pick that up. It's unfortunate. I wish there was a way to unbury that. No, I should have left that in place. Actually, I'm going to do a reload. Yeah, I'm going to do a reload there. I'm going to try to kind of dig down a little bit there. I don't know if it'll work or not, though. If I, displace that ground, it'd be nice if people can at least pick that up. I don't know if it'll work, though. Never tried this. Chances are it's just going to fill in, though. I don't think people are going to be too upset over losing a couple salvage data, but I've got armored clan. I have water underneath me. So.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah. No, that's not going to work. It's not going to matter. The minute anybody enters the system, that's just going to just regenerate. Alright, no screwing around. Grab this. I really don't have any idea what I want to do for a structure. What I might do is like do what I normally do for like little beginning bases. You know, when you first start the game, you find a minor settlement, you build your first base. A lot of times I like to do them at a minor settlement because you have access to galactic trade terminal and stuff. So yeah, I might just do a little base kind of like that. I like to do want to be able to access this building without really getting out in the elements or anything. I'll line this up a little so that it just barely peeks through. Didn't want to go really low. What I'm trying to do is to get that green to disappear, but be as small as possible. This is super touchy. Right about there. It will clip in a little bit. Yeah, that's actually like perfect. Alright. So I'm gonna move this floor out just a little bit. Why do I keep selecting the wrong one? Actually, I'll do it with a paver. Go to the right screen. Go. That might be too much. Maybe just right. There. Try that again. I'm just trying to get as much flooring outside as I can. Yeah, that's lined right up. I just don't know how this is going to affect my door. Make sure I can pass through that okay. Yep, not bad. And the good thing about this is you have a light on the inside too, so it's one less thing you're going to have to build. And you know, sometimes those things will flip through, but no big deal. Get rid of that. Or you get carried away. Let's see how many. Okay, I am gonna need carbon. Pretty sure it's this one.
Thermal protection falling.
Not that one. Carbon. Yeah, my inventory is so screwed up on this save. I have to go through and fix it all. Onto that for now. I know I have more carbon than that. I just don't know where it is. Okay, yeah, there's a bunch in here too. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that there for now in case I need it. Alright. Really nothing special about this yet. I just want to see where my hotspots actually are. Alright, so I'm gonna have two over there. I'll have a silo here, and for some reason I always have trouble finding this dioxide one. It's over in this direction though. Yeah, right there. Right. kind of blends in, so I'll do a silo there as well. I'm just going to want to sink them down a little bit. All I do is I put a half wall there, and then end up doing a reverse adjacency on those. My 3 silos. Actually, my sodium. Okay, my sodium I'm actually going to want to do. Oh boy. Actually, I might do radon. See, because stackers are so small, and I'm thinking of what a typical permadeath user will have a 500 part stack, 500 to a stack. So yeah, I'm just gonna go 1 stack of radon, or 1 silo of radon, and 1 of the dioxide. Actually, I'm going to do 2 dioxide because people may want frost crystal. So, but what I'll do is I'll do like 5,000 for sodium. So I just have to make sure I actually have enough stuff to build those. Okay, I need to get more metal plating.
Weather warning. Incoming storm. Temperature levels stabilizing.
I'd rather buy the metal plating. Alright, good. There's plenty here, so I'm just gonna grab like, probably like 70. Now,
Received.
So I'm not going to do a reverse adjacency on that because it might be easier. Sorry. I'm just going to wire glitch these ones in if I can find what I'm looking for. Make myself a flat wire there. Color that. Put in 5 of these. That'd be plenty of sodium. I'm going with 5 on sodium because it's such a popular item to have. So before I get too carried away, I'm gonna put one of these plants in there. Candelabra bloom. There is a way to avoid being thrown out of your menu when you miss a glitch, and I always forget the step to be on. Alright, so that's in there. Do that to add a little bit extra light without needing electricity or anything. I'm not going to need my wire anymore. That one's out of the way.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Small 4 here. Oh, did I delete that one? Oh no, it's right there. So this is going to be for the dioxide, so I'm going to put 2 in here. And radon, you don't use much of that, so I'm only going to do 1 of those. Just a basic little, almost like a little starter base. This is how a lot of times I end up throwing these bases together. It's just handy because you have your, these nanites that are in here will reset after a while. The same thing with the damaged machinery. The salvage data, I don't think that regenerates. It might after time, but I don't think it does. I'm gonna put in a couple more candelabras in here. I'm gonna have to farm some of this phosphate though, eventually. I can't make too many more of these. Alright. Do one of those fancy little doors too. And get the first one in place, then build it. And I put the door in last because it doesn't let you snap to the surroundings when you do this. So you get 1 floor put in, and then when you're ready to finish, you just put the second door in. Alright. What I'm looking for is this door here. I want to use the middle one. I just want to see what direction this door faces when I glitch it in. So what I'm going to want to do is move it after and flip it around, so that I know that what side this thing's going to glitch in on. So now if I glitch this in, you know, it'll look like that. The problem is if you have 2 of them glitched together, you lose your snap points. You know, I can't even snap a floor in the front now. So that's why you only glitch in one side, which I believe is that one. But just to double check myself. Yep. So what I'm going to want to do is flip it around. And now I can snap everything on. So, and it's like that for everything. Anytime you have 2 wall pieces glitched in on top of each other, you can't build, and you lose all your snap points for it. So one thing to keep in mind. That's why sometimes you'll see me build things out of order. Like I'll have my my top wall like done and stuff, but I'm not doing anything with it. You know. Yeah, my top wall will be done, and you know, I'll have, you know, be like this. I'll be building everything except for that one wall, and that's because I plan on having something glitched in down there. I think, hopefully that made some type of sense. I don't know. Finish this out a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with like a bluish wood. Change the color here. solid. Put something different in here. Trying to break things up a little bit. Alright. Leave this teleporter back here somewhere. I go put like some carbon planters or something right in the middle here. Color that for radon. Color that for dioxide. I probably should have colored these ahead of time. Yeah. Those are gonna flicker. Easy fix. I'm going to do a wire here as well. Doing things out of order. Yeah, at least they'll be the same color, hopefully. We'll add a row of lights too. What do I want for? Actually, I'm just gonna go with a wooden roof. Should have enough of these. Yeah, I got plenty. Okay. Try something a little different with this. Yeah, can only go with one, I think. gonna put in lights. Can't keep my menu straight at all. So I want to go to the top of these. Yeah, I like using these also because they don't require power. Copy that. Did I not put a pyramid down? No, that don't look like that. I'm using the pyramid to change the color of my my wood. It's not to the bottom of that. Yeah, I guess that'll work alright. I'm not seeing a... That's not the color blue I want. That one... No, that ain't either. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, that's better. Oh. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. These things phase delete out if you do anything like that, so do that over again. Make sure I'm on the top one. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, I'm using a controller I get this past Christmas, so it's still fairly new. Takes a little while for the buttons to get totally destroyed. When that happens, your controller works great for glitching. There. Yeah, a little extra light. Yeah, if I didn't raise those ceiling lights up a little bit, then they wouldn't fit in there so nicely. They'd look better in the stone roof with this design, though. Alright, so that's practically done. I'm not even going to bother to resize this. And I do want to put in a proximity switch. Like that. Let's get that ready. Yeah, and there is a back room here. I can glitch in here. Doesn't let me in. There we go. Nope. Oh, now I'm stuck. might have to be a little bit lower for that to work. Yeah, I'm trying to get in this back room so I can put in a, just hide my battery back here. There we go. I'm not going to need much for power out there, so I'm just going to do a battery and 2 solar panels. Will actually give me a good spot to drop a wire too. And just try to line up my wire underneath to make a connection point and then go up. Make it look a little bit cleaner. So that little camera glitch is a way that you can kind of alter these NPC buildings a little bit. Now if I go in there over to that NPC, I should be able to see my battery. A lot of times people will add, you know, some different stuff to them. That's how you can do it. Put in different things. Alright, I'm going to do a quick save. I'm going to refill my coffee here real quick. I'm thinking about doing some, I'd like to try an antimatter reactor, but I have a feeling I'm going to run into the same problem with that. It's going to say it's being used by another player or whatever, kind of like my refiners are doing. I've been meaning to check how that works. The thing is, I don't want to build it here because it takes like a bunch of storm crystals, I think. Can't remember how many. Yeah, 5 storm crystals. I have enough to build it, but I don't want to build it if I can get away with... Actually, I might do some barrels too here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna jump out for a few minutes and refill my coffee, and I will be back. At least this is... Actually, I should run my pipes too, and do that, so... Okay, give me like 5 minutes, I'm just gonna refill my coffee, so... Be right back.
clearing.
Alright. Where we're at. Now, I don't know. Yeah, this is actually really low. A little bit more fancy. Going to do that. And actually, if you don't know how to do railings, quick way to do those, because I'm gonna actually end up making this a smaller, the smaller steps. So, yeah, all that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an adjacency to that. I'm gonna take this floor out, put that in. And I want to go back to wood. Where are they? Open panel. Change the color so that it matches my walls. And what you do is you line up that, line up that. Let me take this out. Gonna put my wall back, or my floor back. Slide that down. Oh, it's not gonna let me. I'm gonna delete that first. I'm gonna put that back in too. Sometimes you just have to do things in the right order. Change your order up a little bit. Oops. That's not what I want. Steps. Alright, now those are in place. Now I can go in and delete that. Move that back. Just to fancy it up a little bit. Then I'll put my door back in. Not that one though, I want the middle one. And I always change the color in between, just out of habit. It's hard to tell the color at nighttime. Now I know that the gap, I'm gonna want that glass part. I know I want it to be on the right hand side, because I know when I switch in the other one, it's going to be facing the opposite direction. So that's that. Now, get in and out, no problem. So, I'm going to put down one of these. There's jelly in here. No jelly. I hate making this stuff. Might have some. Okay. Hopefully I should have enough for one. I need to buy a bunch of that when I find a vendor. And I always shrink these things down because they're freaking massive. They're way bigger than they should be. So, like that. I mean, it's like a quarter the size of the friggin' portal. Dude, that's a much more manageable size. I wish we could just resize them, you know? Stick that right here. I think I'm gonna run out and get my resources now. I already dug my holes, so I have a place to terminate my my pipe.
Thermal protection falling.
I'm gonna say it's not. Oh, it's full. So that should be full. Yep. All right. I was gonna say, why isn't it powered? It's not powered because it's full. All right. So pipe. And I'm gonna come up a little bit short of a little bit short of making it to that hole, so I'm just gonna find a spot like that. Yeah, like I would have ran out like around here, and I didn't want this stuff to be showing. So I'll drop my pipe way down here, and hopefully it doesn't show when I get down to the ground. There's a possibility it might. If it does start peeking out, see, it's really not peeking out much there. Switch my view here. Too close to Starship. Alright. See if I can move my ship to a different planet so I don't get that error. Way the frig over here. Try this again. I'm hoping is that it won't show up on the ground. I just want to get kind of close to this thing and actually go into free placement, make it a little bit easier, and then I can go back into snap placement. And hopefully that doesn't show up over here. Yep, no problem. I went deep enough, so. But I always, after I make that termination, I always check my silo to make sure everything looks good. Alright, everything's good there. Now I'm just going to get rid of that, that ceiling panel so I don't forget to get rid of it. And I'll also fill this in. Alright, so that's one done. Now this next one, I just want to make sure I keep my pipe kind of pulled way over towards the left. That way I don't want a chance crossing over that sodium. There is a possibility I might lose building permissions, and nope, looks good. If you do go to come out here and you lose building permissions, just make a save and do a reload restore point. It should fix it. If that don't work, interact with your computer and do a reload and it will work. Alright, so grab my pipe. Actually, grab that. I'm kind of looking ahead. Alright. Start pulling this. I want to kind of stay in the center for right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up running my pipe over into this little area here. I try to keep stuff as low to the ground as I can, so one there. Again, I'm kind of staying towards my middle wall, but as I get closer to that sodium hotspot over there, I'm going to start coming towards the right-hand side, just to keep things separated as much as I can. Okay, connection's too long. I was thinking about using that. There's still a good amount of room here, so I'm just going to pull as far as I can. Start the next one. Yeah, whenever I put something down on the ground like that, I make sure to click on it again right away, so I don't lose, the placement of it. Sometimes trying to find the end of the pipe after you lay it down can be a challenge. Kind of hugging the right side. I'm hoping I can make it to that hole that I dug without the connection being too long. Yeah, the connection's too long. I've almost made it. All I'm going to do is get connection here. And way down in here, my connection point. Do the same thing here. Kind of drag this in a little bit. Do that, then go back over to stat placement. Go right in. It just makes things look a lot cleaner. Alright, my radon's good. Now, I'm gonna recharge this. Alright, so that one's done. So, next one is sodium. One's kind of up in the air, but I think there's a hole down here that I was thinking about using. I thought there was a hole down there. Well, might be able to make it all the way here without needing it. Yeah, connection's too long. Yeah. I'm gonna dig a hole back here somewhere. I thought for sure there was a... cave I was gonna use. Doesn't look it though. I just wishful thinking. This one I should be able to see this, so I'm not going to bother putting a roof piece. Mainly because I'm going to be standing right here when I do it, so. I'll put it in here. Now to make sure that I'm even further away than I want to be, because I connected that last one on the outside right, I'm going to connect this one on the outside left, just for a little extra distance, and just check. Make sure this is running alright, and yep, 5,000, so that is good. I'll go back and delete all my walls and fill in my holes. So, this one at the same time. Two. Place some of that dihydrogen I get burned through. I managed to bury most of it. Good enough. Nobody will ever see it. Alright. Be careful when you delete these out, you don't hit your pipe by accident. Sometimes on longer pipe runs, your pipe likes to phase out and phase back in, so you don't want to accidentally delete that. A whole army of striders coming through. I think this was that hole I was thinking of earlier, which actually works out good. Pipe's going right through it.
Life support power low.
Should be on my walls. I always kind of take a peek around just to make sure. And I didn't even see this. I wonder if I stopped here. Oh, looks like I did. I never picked this up though. Yeah, normally I don't fill those in. I just I know I have a base that's right next to it, so I figured I would. Yeah, I've been here. Must have happened when I was trying to look for my hotspots. Another damaged machinery over there too. I don't need it. Yeah, actually, I think I did run into it, that little shelter. I'm pretty sure I did run into it when I was looking for my electric hotspot. So I'd probably already have that other damaged machinery. Alright, and I did miss a wall. Refill this.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I think this base is practically done. Just a little decoration if I can. Toss in like some carbon planters, or I don't know if I have enough antimatter for some of the, oh yeah, I don't have any, oh, I don't have any ionized cobalt. Really? I'm pretty sure I've got some in storage, but do I have regular cobalt? I don't even have regular cobalt. Oh no, there is some. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with planters. How many of those can I make? Seven. I'm just gonna do what am I short on? Is it gonna be condensed carbon? Yeah, I don't have very much of that. What's in here? Some more clear there. Some of that in there. Notice I get a small thing of oxygen here too, so I'll burn that off. How much ionized cobalt will this take? Oh, it's only 10. So set this up here. That might be too close to the wall. I'm just gonna do first adjacency. Yeah, that's It's gonna slip through the wall. Yeah, these are kind of hard to line up because they kick out a little bit. They don't snap right in the center. Sometimes it takes a few different tries for this. Other times I just snap right to the connection point. That makes it easier. It's a little more challenging. See, it still phases in a little bit. What I really want to avoid is having it poke through the wall. So I've got to come in quite a bit on that. Back, stay fairly straight, right about there. Alright, it's getting there. I think it's still coming through a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect either, so. Just try to make it look kind of decent. Doesn't get too much better than that, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much the best I'm gonna get out of that. So what I want to do is actually color this. I can't change the texture on it, unfortunately. Doing it this way. Alright, put that in my cache. Glitch these in. I'm only going to do 5 of them. I can still build, I can build 31 of them if I wanted, but doing this without using free resources. Alright, that one's done, so I'm just going to make sure I delete my light block so I don't forget it. That way nobody sees the magic, how things work. So, run power. So the good thing about glitching them all in one area is you don't have to run wires in between them. But what I like to do is kind of drop my wire down like that, then run over. Nobody's gonna see the wire anyway, so I don't know really why I worry about getting them straight, but alright, now what are these gonna pay off? So 31's pretty decent, so it's not bad. Actually, how much antimatter do I actually have? Do I even have any? According to this thing, oh, it might be my freighter. Okay, I got 10 in there. I gotta sell all that nip-nip, too. I thought I sold all of that. What the heck? My inventory must have been full when I hit that biodome the other day. So, yeah, I probably got like another 1,000,000 units worth of nip-nip in my bag and I didn't even know it. What am I looking for? Get myself distracted. Alright. Now these things come in at an angle, or on their side, which can be a pain with lining things up. So what I do is I use a light block, because that also turns to the side. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this around. Now when I put I'm going to end up glitching a one of those crates on it. I do it from up here first, just because I think I gotta adjust the box a little bit to make it look right. So okay, it's gonna pop in like that. Now because I rotated that block, it should rotate that way, and the placement looks good on that. I'm gonna drop that down. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Now everything that glitches on top of this will give you the same item. So I just want to see what I'm gonna get for an item out of this. And it's gonna be a battery. Not really what I want. Let me get rid of that. That is also a way that you can duplicate, well, not duplicate things, but you can build a, you can build, what's it? You can build one of these, put it down, harvest it, pick it up, put it down. You can keep doing that cycle as long as you can make this container. That's a way that you can, it not really duplicate items, but kind of cheese items. I'm gonna see what this gives me, but because what I'd like to get is like antimatter is always good. Navigation data can be good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy this, put one on each side of that, and see what I get for a result in those. Okay, so this side, microprocessor, which is what I'm looking for. Ion battery, so get rid of that one. Now I'm hoping that this one will give me something different. I want barrel fabricator though.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Because I want this to give me antimatter. And it's still navigation data, so get rid of that. Move over another one. You know, it doesn't make things look all nice and neat, but it's a way to get what you want. Come on. Still navigation data, come on. Stop it, game. You know what, if I move the other way? No, I don't. Actually, let me try it right on that same box. I had luck with that earlier at my other base. Let me go right to that center of that one. I hate it when I miss glitches like that. Seriously. Alright. We'll see what that one is. Okay, antimatter. Alright, so I can use the same block for all of those. Delete those through my floor. Alright. What I'll do is I'll do 3 of these barrels and 2 of the crates. Now I shouldn't have any issue harvesting either one of those. So, do a quick save. And get rid of this. These are all filling up. And actually, I just realized that candelabra got deleted when I deleted those. You can tell that corner's a little bit darker.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
So I want to put that back in. Yeah, I need to farm up a bunch of that stuff. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I was hoping to get that right in the center, but it'll work. Nobody's gonna care anyway. Alright. This base is pretty much done. That out. Seeing what I need for stuff. I know I'm gonna need more pure ferrite. I need to next base is gonna have a bunch of biodomes on it too. Only like 12 of them though. Now, what do I have in my storage container? Okay, so I will grab some ferrite dust. Grab another there. Move these 2 around. I should grab some magnetized ferrite out of there. Don't have very much. Oh, I actually have a good amount of that. Alright, I think I should be all set. We'll do a quick save. Clear this out and do an upload. I'll just leave my computer over there. Yeah, I like to put down the quantities, mainly so people can tell right away if they need a clear out room or not. Or if they need more, they know not to even bother going to the base. Because they know that there's a base with, 10,000 sodium that they can already visit. They'll go there instead. Radon, I'm just gonna go 1K. Alright. See if I can sneak my name in the front of this. Alright. I'm gonna have to type all that out again. All that for a space. Yeah, there used to be a way to flip between symbols and letters, but they changed it with PS5, so now you have to actually go scroll all the way down just to get into the symbol menu. It's a pain in the butt. Make sure that connects. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna run up to the space station also. I want to get all that nip out of my freighter too. I'm actually gonna jump out for a couple minutes to use the bathroom also. Oh, gonna land up here and be back. Give me probably about 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Transfer all this nip-nip over. I had a really good markup in this system, so figure sell it while I'm here. I do have enough microprocessor. I'm gonna need to make a landing pad. I want to sell it to an NPC, so hopefully it doesn't shrink the value much. NPCs will probably have dihydrogen jelly also, but check here. I am gonna buy some of this too. The problem is I can only hold 6 metal plating in a stack, so I can't buy like a ton of it all at once. So I'm just gonna grab 60. Oh. I didn't realize my inventory was already full. I'm just gonna stick it in my ship for now. I'm just gonna grab 40. Alright. Hopefully an NPC's here. There we go. Don't you dare take off. Sell off all that nip-nip. Yeah, I sell at 135. I was wondering why I didn't get much. Okay, so 6 million. It's a lot better. So, get just shy of 8 million for that whole biodome setup. Pretty decent. Alright, nanotubes, good. We're waiting to grab some of those. Yeah, I'll just take 20, I'll use them. Grab 20 of the jellies too. I don't know how many of those I can stack. But yeah, I can only do 6 in a stack. So what I'll do is I'll toss some of those in my freighter. Yeah, it sucks only being able to put 6 of something in there. Alright. So, I have the, one more planet. It's the airless world. Yeah, I have my spot picked out. This spot took a little while to find, and I still can't see that other freaking base. Maybe it'll show up as I get close to the planet. It's only 2 hours away from my base. But this base I plan on doing a biodome with each plant. And going from there. And it's going to have cobalt and oxygen as well. I don't see that other base, so hopefully it does show up. Alright, and I am going to need to stretch for the cobalt, so they're a good ways away. Oxygen is pretty close though. Oxygen I won't have to. And my electrical is right over here. That yeah. Nope, that's nice and close too. So I'm gonna stretch out for my cobalt right away. Get that out of the way. Right here. Actually, before I do anything, I am just gonna dig a hole down in this corner. That way I have a place to put a silo. And actually, I'm going to put a silo here because I'm probably going to do 5,000 cobalt. So I don't have to go super deep here or anything. Alright, so I'm just going to drop a silo. Get the right menu. Okay, I can build 8 silos. Yeah, because I can, you know, plug everything into the silo, and then when I get everything up top built, I can just make the connection and be done. I don't have to mess around with anything. When I get right around, you know, 300, I'll 195. Drop a hole here too, so I can bury this. And I'm just going to put a silo in too. And put in one of these wall things, so I know it's there. My way over. I should run into building permissions. Yep. I don't have to stretch too far. I think this is a either an A or an S class hotspot, if I remember right. A-class. And I'm not gonna really bother trying to hide this one. I might just put it floating in the air. It's so far away, so... And it's over a hill, so nobody's even gonna see it. I do want to try to get a decent number. Build up one more. We'll keep an eye on it. that far in. Alright. That's going to be good enough. But I am going to drop that down. Because this is cobalt, I am going to use 2 extractors here, just get kind of an even number. Let's fill it up a little bit quicker. Since people might use this to make ionized cobalt. So. Alright. So I'll go and just get all my piping out of the way first. Just stretch this as far as I can. Might be able to stretch it all the way to that silo. Alright, so that's what we'll do now. Alright. What I'll do is try to get it in a low area where I can hide it. Oh, that's inside of the cave. Alright, and I always put it in the back for that direction. I connect to the front for the opposite direction. Just terminate this one at that other end. It's so close. You know what? I'll just use the landscape to hide that thing. I'll just come down here. I knew I stretched that a little too far. Alright. So that'll be done. Go get my oxygen. I'll end up doing the same thing on this side. I'll put a silo down here. I'm probably going to do 5,000 of each. Ooh, bedrock. Oh, no, that's that cave again. Different cave it looks like. Oh, maybe the same cave. The big cave. Alright. So, up a silo. I don't have to go deep as that. And that hot spot is pretty close. Alright, I shouldn't have to dig another hole or anything. We'll bring it that number. Just do the same old thing. And end up walking off this. Oh, only metal plate down. I'll just grab all the metal plating I can get. And delete this thing. Alright, that will work. What am I actually going to be short on for these? I'd like to be able to build 4 of them. I need chromatic metal. Oh, I think that was number 2. Yep. A bunch of them now. All right. And I always like to put them on some type of block if that, well, actually, which way is this gonna face? Switch those in. Face to the front. Again, we'll drop it down. Hope I didn't just screw that up. Alright, there's still a wire there. So, I'm going to glitch in 4 of these. Alright, so those should be all set. Get rid of all this stuff. And run back this way a little bit. And grab my pipe. I shouldn't really have to worry about burying this. It should be down there pretty deep, so. It might stick out a little bit back there, but probably wouldn't be very much. Yeah, not much. my electric. Yeah, I'm gonna have, I believe, 12 biodomes. Yeah, it's gonna be 12 biodomes, so I need at least 600 out of this. A little bit more would be nice, though. I'll just do the same thing, see if I can get a good number. Go from there. I think I'm only gonna need like 4 of them. I don't know why I jumped down. I can build 8 of them. So 149 for 148. Right? So I think 4 of them will work fine. And I'm just going to stick them on a block. And if I get kind of close on power there, I can always add another one, so I'm going to leave my wire here. Yeah, actually I'm going to put down 5. I know 5 will be enough. I do like to check it with a battery before I get too carried away. Okay, so I got an extra 140 to mess around with. I might do like carbon planters and stuff up there too, so get rid of that old wire. I don't like how those flicker like that. Oh, it's because I got 2 different colors, I think. Alright, color that. Yeah, I'm not going to bother trying to hide my wires here, because I'm just going to use a wire hider. So, I'm already tired of digging holes, too. When I can, I will try to keep them low to the ground, so they're not sticking way up. What I do like to do is, I like to have my wires kind of be in the same area as my pipe. That way everything's kind of together, so I will run a wire down here. And I'll run a wire over to my oxygen. So that's all powered up. Yeah, I like to do it this way. That way, if come to find out there's an issue with, you know, either my power or my pipe, they're all together. all in the same spot. Yeah, I'll just connect to the side. That'll work fine. Yeah, that way I don't have like a separate area where, like, you know, my pipe is in one hole and my electrical's in a different. Just keep them all together, make things easier to find. Like, I'm gonna tie this right into my my cobalt now. That way I don't have like separate runs of wires and stuff. Well, they're separate, but they're all together. That's why I like to have an electrical connection point right towards my base computer a lot of times, or right in the middle of my base. That way I can just tie all my power right together. Now I am going to run into an issue. This run is going to be too long. By like, not by very much. So I'm just going to make a termination point there. Run this right into that same area with the silo. Which, actually, is that the cave right there? Yeah, it is. So I'm just going to do one there. I could probably actually use that cave system and get most of the way there. If I was doing this underground or something, I'd be able to see it, but not. Alright, do it like that. At least wire doesn't cost you any parts, which is kind of nice. Not like pipe. I always forget that pipe costs me materials, so nice that wire doesn't. Alright, now that's all set. I'm just going to get rid of this stuff. That way I don't have to come back here. And I should have a beacon over here. Delete? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I always like to knock out this stuff first. This is kind of like the boring stuff. Yeah, this isn't going to be much of a base either. It's going to be just a bunch of biodomes, a landing pad, and that's about it. I'm not here to build fancy stuff. I'm here to build, you know, little starter bases. Try to make them fairly efficient. Alright. So I should have my first silo here, right there. How much room do I have here? Okay, so I'm gonna have 2,000. I'm going to stick 2 more silos right here. This will save me from having to figure out a way to fit them all in over there later on. I'm just gonna connect those. Get rid of that. I'll fill this in. Because I know I do have this cave. If I have to get back in here for any reason, I can just do it right through this cave. So. But I think this will get me 4,000? 4,500? Yeah. Okay, that'll work out. That almost brought me to the point of diminishing returns too. So that's a good combination. I'm gonna just gonna go pick up all my beacons now. That way, I don't have to come back to the ground for anything. Except to tie in my silos. And that I can probably do from the top of the pillar anyway. I like yellow planets for stuff like this. Alright. I'm gonna refill this so it's not bugging me. And I gotta make a quick call, guys. I will be right back. that again. That's over. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to move my ship out of here, because it's going to be in the way. As far away as possible. Now I want to try to get something somewhat in the center here. Just measure it out with walls. I go to the highest, you know, this is going to be the high point right here. Just kind of measure out about how far this is. So it looks like 6 walls. Yeah, and this angle is going to be off a little, but it's okay. I'm just trying to find an approximate center. So it looks like about 8. Alright. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I wanted to be really anal about it, I could, you know, sit here and move things around, do micro adjustments all over the place, but so I know 6 by 8. All I do is come in 3, do a half wall, do a wall coming in. Leave those two, do the same thing on this side. Should get me pretty close to the center. So the center is going to be actually this way. And all I do is I take a floor panel, go into free placement, get something that's kind of in the middle here. It should drop off any second. Oh, it's gonna let me keep going. Oh. Somewhere around there. 1, 2. That's about right. 2, 4. So it'll be that one. That's what I would call my center. What I want to do is I want to make sure that I can clear the high edges without digging into the ground too much. Alright, see, that's going to kind of start digging in there. It's definitely going to dig in up here. So what I'm going to do is instead of coming down a full wall, I'm just going to come down 2 partials. That should give me room there. What I'm thinking of is doing some type of circle here. Alright, it's going to start digging in about here. I think I should be fine. I just want to I don't mind if it digs in a little bit, but I don't want it to really dig in where it's blowing ground everywhere. Yeah, I don't mind it, you know, like that. But yeah, you see how that one gives you kind of a big, like, puff of ground. I'm actually going to move it up 1 more. And that should give me plenty of room. So this one is going to be my center. Before I delete anything though, I always put down a paver. Sometimes I'll put down multiple pavers and I'll make it red. That way I know I don't delete that unless I have to, for some reason. So that's my center point. Again, you can take a bunch of time and get it perfectly in the middle, or, you know, as close to perfect as possible. There's really no perfect in this game when it comes to this stuff. Just get it close and hope for the best. So I'm gonna get a center point here. I think I'm gonna go, I was thinking about just going with like a 12 or 16 sided. I think a 16 will work fine. It's just, I need to have 12 biodomes here, so I don't want them to be too close to each other. I mean, they can overlap and everything, it's just I don't want it to look dumb. So, I think just a 16 sided will work. If not, I'll go up to a 24. Alright, so the flat wire. See, having those favors there, I don't have to worry about losing my placement. So, do that, 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 that. Now I'm just going to do a 16-sided circle. And if you need instructions on how to do this, there's a bunch of guides. Beeblebum has a really good one. There's a bunch of people that do them. So, Beeblebum's the one that I learned most of this stuff off of. That's who I reference most of the time. I think these are just going to be too close. How does it like expand this out? Alright, I can build 18 biodomes, so that helps. Come on, catch it. Dude, it's okay if they overlap a little. I'm gonna go to a 24. The good thing is I can keep that same center point if I want. 24 sided is a little bit different. Again, Beeble has it right in the same tutorial. Do that. Go over here. Now the 24 and 48, you use, well, 12, 24, 48, you use the large triangle instead. You can have one there, one there. Drag it to the center. And I do one triangle, then I delete it, that way it's less snap points to mess you up. One there. Okay, so that should be the foundation you need. Start building this out. I want to actually go until there's a little bit of a gap there. Then I'll try my biodomes. See how much they overlap. They're still going to overlap, but yeah, they'll still overlap a little bit. I'm going to pull this out one more floor. I was trying to make it a little bit more fancy than the other bases. If I'm going to run into is you walk out to these, you're going to have this big gap here. I'm trying to avoid doing that. There are a couple different ways you can do a 48-sided circle and fill it back in, but that's a lot of work. I'm not going to bother with the circle. What I can do and add in the center. Now I'm pretty sure we can still put corridors to these, can't we? Yep. And just do corridors on all four sides. That way you land right in the middle. I don't have to worry about weather or anything here. Corridor. I'm just going to do 3 biodomes on each side. So. Something like that on all four sides. It's a quick and easy setup, and it doesn't take that many pieces to do either. Nothing complex at all. Pretty much everything. Not much to it. I just have to make sure I'm gonna have to get an oxygen, and I'm not even gonna bother to countersink those. I'm just gonna drop in 2 more silos here. Cobalt on this side. Yeah, I don't have to worry about weather or anything, so I might as well just build the stuff right outside. And then I'll put like a teleporter over here. Trying to figure out which way my ship's going to point. It'll point that way. So it should be all set. I put a teleporter over here. Yeah, sometimes people have those ships with really long noses on them, so sometimes they can be a pain to try to get around when you're trying to get inside buildings. Down a rocks. Side right into one of those, and right back over here over with. Hopefully I can attach right to the power. Just run power right to one of these. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to run power to all of them, aren't I? Yeah. Nobody's gonna see these wires, so. Not a power. Oh, I never took into account my extractors. I'm gonna need another power generator. That's right. I think I only need one. I might need two though. I didn't take into account the corridors either. Okay, I can build 3. My wire just turned blue, so I know I'm good. I do want to put this down though, just to double check. Okay, so I do have about another 100 to mess around with. I'm gonna leave that wire there just in case. I do need another one though. Alright. I shouldn't have any issues getting in any of these. So I'm gonna actually let me hook up my silos real quick. I'm going to try to pull it from the inside one, just so there's less of a chance of it not looking good. Plug it in to the center. Just check it real quick. I'm going to have to add a couple more oxygen silos too. Alright, so that looks good. Wait. Yeah, 5,500. Same thing. Yeah, I need to add a couple more of these though. Alright. I think this will be 3,000 oxygen. I might be able to do everything from up top here, which would be nice. Not that it takes much to fly down there. Alright, check that. I think there's only 3,000 oxygen in there. Or, yeah, so far. Okay. I'm just gonna fly down, do it. Set 2 of those there. Wire those right in to that. While I'm here, I'm just gonna fill these 2 in. Doesn't want to replace this ground. Yeah, just a rendering issue. Nobody's gonna see that anyway. I'll do the same thing over here. Right. head back up and start planting some plants. Gotta find a good spot to put my ship where it won't be in the way. Hopefully I can land it up here without any issues. Now I want to keep my money plants together. There's actually going to be 4 money plants, but I'll put like Albion Pearl by itself somewhere. So all I'm going to do is go right around. There's only going to be 1 biodome of each plant, so nothing too crazy. I should have the appropriate materials to build at least 16 of everything. Alright, that's it for Nip Nip. Venom. Venom's actually more expensive than Nip Nip, but it requires more difficult materials sometimes. I think it might have a longer growth cycle. Nope, it's actually got a shorter growth cycle. It's only 3 hours and 20 minutes. Worth a little bit more. Alright, so... See, I can still do 3 more of those, but I'm just doing the 16. Grab Tino. Oh. I didn't think enough chromatic metal. Oh, I don't have that storage container here. Storage container 2. How did I not bring enough of that? That's weird. Alright. Transfer it over. I think 1,000 will be plenty. I'm just chewing right through that stuff. Because my stack sizes are so freaking small. Okay, I got plenty now. Last one of that, and the Albion Pearls, might as well just put them in this one. Yeah, I like to always start where the doorway is, that way I don't lose track. And also kind of count as I go too. Alright, now that those are all done, I'm just going to go, just as they appear in the menu. When I get one done, I'll just go right to the next plant. And the rest of these I should have 16 of everything. So I'm just going to tab right over to Fungal Cluster. Yeah, that way when people land here, they can get a good supply of, you know, at least the plants themselves. Especially if they're really early in the game, they don't have the gloves installed for some reason. They can always use the biodome. You don't need gloves for biodomes. So, and tab right over to the frost sword. Exam I already have, so go to solar blind. Yeah, just a little farm like this early on makes a huge difference. Even if you don't use what's in there, you can always sell it, or you can refine it and do like carbon or some of the other stuff. Or you can take oxygen, mix it with the plant material, and make, you know, stuff like uranium or pyrite, stuff like that. Or you can duplicate the plants. I think there's a recipe where you use salt to, you know, expand on the plants. All right, so 3 more to do. More dite. Cactus. Yeah, I wasn't sure if my ship was going to be in the way on this biodome. So far it looks good. This will be the last base on this save, and you know, 1 more base to build on what planet? I think it's the hot planet. That's going to be circuit boards. Not a paraffinium? What? Paraffinium. How did I miss that? What container is that in? Alright, it's not in 4. Oh, I may have to go get more paraffinium. What did I spend all that paraffinium on? I think I might have enough. If not, I'm going to be really close. Actually, I think it's going to be exactly Alright, yep, just enough. Is something else here take paraffinium? That's where it is. The albium pearl takes paraffinium. Alright. Then I going, what the heck? Thought I had all those right. So, little extra stuff in here now. And some of this had pulled from my inventory in here. Actually, I can probably toss that India in here. Wait. this one's pretty much done. I'm just going to toss down a broken unit under here. And I do have a wire down here. I'm going to leave that wire just in case I have to get back here to recenter anything. I'm not going to bother putting lights inside of those. And it's not worth trying to put a refiner here either because it's just not going to work. Alright. Should be good. And rename this. Yeah, I don't mind doing like extra oxygen farms because oxygen is just so useful. So, even though they're kind of small farms, but for permadeath it's actually quite a bit. Oh, can't put in. I'll take out the brackets. So, okay. Alright, so those are done. Picture here. Alright, do an upload. And sure, I swap my ship back. Do fly back up here, and I'm just going to teleport to the space station and probably call that a stream. I do have to jump in on my other account just to make sure I have enough stuff for the circuit boards, but I'll probably jump back on later tonight and do that base, and then this little project will be over. What I do want to do, like I am missing uranium and pyrite in this system, so I'm going to look at some of the neighboring systems and see if I can set up a little basin over there for those as well. That's, you know, like a little jump away. Because it'll be nice to have that, because, you know, those are both really good to have, especially early on. And you know, sadly this system only had 4 planets, but I get tired of playing, you know, warping around, you know, using the portal to find this system. So if I can get a system that's right next door, it would be nice. I am going to take a little run out there just so I can see if there are anything right around me. Chances are when I warp, I'm probably going to end up running into a pirate battle, which I don't really want to deal with. But I got a pirate system here. I'm just going to warp over here. Chances are I'm probably going to end up doing a reload anyway. But if I can get a toxic planet and a desert planet with pyrite, then that would be nice to grab. If I go right into a freighter battle, I'm just going to do a reload. I don't want to deal with pirates right now. Yeah, I kind of figured I would. So, I'm just going to do a reload. I don't want to deal with that right now. Yeah, somebody else discovered it already anyway. Yeah, that's why a lot of times I'll just warp around to my freighter until I find the system I want, which is probably what I'll end up doing. But, yeah, I'm just going to wait for this to load back in, then I'm going to do a save and jump off. So, I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.